Hello everyone, Mucklike Douglas Bartholomew Reginald Esquire IV here, and this is a guide aimed at showing you how to craft Stella Radians, the legendary accessory added in Visions of Eternity in Guild Wars 2. Let's get started. First off, why would you want legendary gear? Legendary gear has the same stats as ascended gear. This means if you have a piece of ascended gear with power, precision, and ferocity on it, and a legendary gear with those same three stats, the numbers will be the same. However, the legendary gear can swap to other stats at any time you are out of combat. This means that you can use that legendary you own or aim to own, and it can always have the desired stats on every character you have. Another reason you might want it is if you think it looks good. Note, legendaries can be a long-term project. The more you rush it, the more expensive it will be. So keep that in mind and take your time and do it a little bit a day if needed. A quick ripping off of the band-aid. At the time of recording this, there are 4 legendary accessories in the game, 3 from PvE and 1 from World v World. Of the accessories from PvE, this is the most expensive by far. If you just want the utility of a legendary and don't care about the graphic, I recommend working on Aurora and/or Vision legendary accessories instead. However, if you really like how this one looks and this is your goal, then let's jump right into it. Crafting requirements and early time gates. This is a list of things you will need that could take a considerable amount of time that you may want to start on first. I will go over all of these in detail soon. 77 Mystic Clovers, 250 Mystic Coins, 500 Shadowstone Fragments, 2,500 Mithril Ingots, Elderwood Planks, Cured Thick Leather Squares, and Bolts of Silk, 7.3 million Karma, 2,000 Globs of Ectoplasm, 200 Gold, 52,500 Research Notes, completion of the story step So It Is Written, which is Visions of Eternity Chapter 13, completion of the following 3 achievements: Eternity's Garden Mastery, Forge Guard's Armor Collection, and Glimmering Resin Weapon Collector. You will also need the Scholar of Secrets Mastery from Central Tyria Legendary Crafting. This is the Guild Wars 2 wiki page for Stella Radians, which has our shopping list. First off, the Vial of Liquid Shadowstone. This is awarded for completing the story step, So It Is Written, which is Chapter 13 of the Visions of Eternity story. Very simple and one of the 4 major items for our project. Next up, Mystic Tribute. Start by making 2 of each of the following gifts: blood, venom, totems, dust, fangs, scales, claws, and bones. These can be made by a level 400 Artificer, Huntsman, or Weaponsmith, or Lear in Secrets of the Obscure, or Wardcrafter Lucere in Moon Camp Covert in Janther Wilds. It is cheapest to do it yourself. Lucere will do it for 1 ecto, and Lear will charge you 10 ectos because he has a problem. Each gift is made by simply combining a bunch of different fangs, blood, bones, etc. If you are missing any, I recommend just getting them off of the TP. After you have 2 of each of the aforementioned gifts, combine the 2 gifts of blood, venom, totems, and dust to make 2 gifts of condensed magic. Then combine the 2 gifts of fangs, scales, claws, and bones to make 2 gifts of condensed might. Next up, we need 77 Mystic Clovers. These can be obtained from the Wizard's Vault, Fractals, Raids, Strikes, PvP, World v World, Crafting, etc. Depending on how you want to earn these, it may take you a while, which is why I mentioned it earlier in the time gate section. 250 Mystic Coins. These can be earned from raid merchants, Leyline Anomaly world bosses, trading post, Wizard's Vault, Fractal loot boxes, and many other methods. Once you have acquired everything so far, combine the 2 gifts of condensed magic, the 2 gifts of condensed might, the 77 clovers, and the 250 coins into the Mystic Forge to make a Mystic Tribute. Next up is Gift of Research. Purchased with 250 thermocatalytic reagents sold by trade merchants, 500 hydrocatalytic reagents sold by the same merchants but for research notes instead of money, and 250 exotic luck. I have a video I will link in the description showing a way of getting research notes fast if you need it. For the exotic lucks, you can salvage anything, including ectos if you are in a rush, and save the luck that you get. A level 1 artificer character can merge piles of luck all the way up until the exotic rarity, so just merge it all together until you get enough. Once you get all the reagents and the luck, combine them in the Mystic Forge to make your Gift of Research. Preserved Eidolon Hide. This is an achievement reward for Eternity's Garden Mastery. For this achievement, you will need to do 36 of the mini achievements on this list to get the hide we need. Note, there is more than 36 achievements here, so if there are some on this list you really do not want to do, skip them and do others. Gift of Eternity's Garden Exploration. This one is fairly simple, just get map completion done in Eternity's Garden for this item. Gift of Regrowth. For this one, you need to complete the Forge Guard's Armor Collection. You will need to get 6 tokens for armor pieces and turn them into the Alliance Field Quartermaster in Eternity's Garden. They are right by the Pilgrim's Rest waypoint with a purple sword on their head. You will also need roughly 300,000 karma in addition to the token to get the armor pieces. You may note that there is a second way to purchase the armor pieces involving gold. I don't recommend it. It is incredibly expensive. Let's talk about where to get each token. The Helm token is a reward for completing the So It Is Written story chapter. The Shoulders token is from obscured chests and magic mirrors in Eternity's Garden. The Chest Piece token is from the Eternity's Garden Mastery Achievement, which you already had to do for a previous step. The Gloves token is acquired from doing any events in Eternity's Garden. I did the meta one time and I ended up with 4 of these. I may have just gotten lucky, but they seem common. The Leggings token is from earning a silver medal or better in this zone's adventures. Finally, the Boot token is earned from completing jumping puzzles in this zone. Once you finally have all 6 pieces of Forge Guard's armor and complete the achievement, you are rewarded with a Gift of Regrowth. Next up, take the Gift of Research, the Preserved Eidolon Hide, the Gift of Eternity's Garden Exploration, and the Gift of Regrowth, throw them into the Mystic Forge to get a Gift of Galdra. Next up, we need a Shadowstone Orb. This is sold by the Heart vendor by Pilgrim's Rest waypoint, after you have completed the heart for that day. It will cost you 500 Shadowstone fragments. These can be earned by doing events in Eternity's Garden, or by trading in chromatic sap if you had any excess you wish to use. I don't recommend buying any fragments until after you finish the achievements you are doing in this zone for Eternity's Garden Mastery, as you will earn a lot while doing that. Shadowstone Containment Frame. This is sold by the other heart vendor in Eternity's Garden at the forge near the center of the map. You will have to do the heart the day that you wish to purchase the item. It is sold for a cheap 2,500 mithril ingots, elderwood planks, cured thick leather squares, and bolts of silk. These items can be purchased on the TP or harvested yourself and processed using most trade skills. Next up is the Glimmering Weapon Collector. For this part, you will need 17 chromatic resin boxes to get the full chromatic resin set. These are obtained from events and ether locations all over Castora and can be bought on the trading post. Once you have the full weapon collection, go to one of the heart vendors in Eternity's Garden. You will have 2 choices. Buy the recipes to craft the glimmering weapons yourself if you have the trade skills, which will save you roughly 50 research notes and 2 ectos per item, or simply skip the trade skill and buy the glimmering items from the merchant for a slightly increased cost. After you eventually get every glimmering weapon checked off for the achievement, you will get the Gift of Restoration. Next up, we need 200 Mystic Runestones. These require the earlier mentioned Scholar of Secrets Mastery from Central Tyria Legendary Crafting to purchase. These can be purchased from the vendors next to nearly any Mystic Forge. This will cost you 200 gold for the 200 Runestones, which is unavoidable. Next up, we need 2,000 globs of ectoplasm. These are obtained primarily from salvaging max level equipment or off of the trading post. You may already have a number of these in your material storage, and you can earn them for free by simply salvaging loot that you get during gameplay over a long period of time, or spend coin to speed this process up. 50,000 research notes. I already mentioned earlier a way to get research notes. This is simply that tedious affair many more times. The last item is pretty easy, just a chill 7 million karma. If you're still in need of more karma, you can earn it through almost any events in the game. One popular recommendation is the karma farm in Dragonfall. The merchants there sell a one-time purchase account boost that will increase all karma gained in that zone. Then just do events. There are 1,000 ways in the game to farm karma. This is one of the solid ones, but you can use other methods if you prefer. Once you have the 200 Mystic Runestones, the 2,000 globs of ectoplasm, the 50,000 research notes, and the 7 million karma, go to one of the heart vendors in Eternity's Garden and purchase 200 Seer Runestones. Next year, when you finally get the Shadowstone Orb, the Shadowstone Containment Frame, the Gift of Restoration, and the 200 Seer Runestones, throw them into the Mystic Forge to make a Gift of Shadowstones. Finally, take the Mystic Tribute, the Gift of Galdra, the Gift of Shadowstones, and the Vial of Liquid Shadowstone and throw them into the Forge to craft Stella Radians. Congratulations! A reminder that I have links to all of the steps in the description below. Use them if you need more details. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, please consider leaving a like for the YouTube algorithm, comment if you have any questions or if you know any tricks and tips that I didn't share, and subscribe to the channel if you would like to see more content. Another massive thank you to the supporters on Patreon, Twitch, and YouTube who keep this channel alive. And if you're interested in becoming one and getting more videos and perks, there is a link in the description. Shilling complete, thanks for listening, and happy crafting.